Have you ever felt that small, instant drop in your chest when someone texts, "Hey, I'm nearby, I'll stop by in 5 minutes"? You don't panic, you don't even get angry, but something inside you quietly tightens. If you know that feeling, this video is for you. Because people who hate unexpected visitors aren't rude, they aren't antisocial, and they're definitely not cold. They're protecting something most people don't even realize they're giving away. Here's the part no one talks about. Liking people and wanting people inside your space are two very different things. For some people, home isn't just a place to sleep. It's the only place where their nervous system fully relaxes, where their body finally stops scanning, where the performance ends. Psychologists have long understood that environments matter deeply to how the brain regulates stress. Research in environmental psychology shows that predictability and control over surroundings significantly reduce mental fatigue and anxiety, and nowhere offers more control than home. When someone arrives unexpectedly, even someone you care about, that sense of control disappears instantly. The lighting changes, the noise changes, the energy shifts, and your brain notices all of it. People who dislike surprise visits often score higher on sensitivity to environmental stimuli. This doesn't mean overreacting. It means their nervous systems respond more strongly to sudden changes. In other words, their brain is doing its job very well. Outside the home, unpredictability is unavoidable. Traffic, conversations, schedules, noise. So for many people, home becomes the one place where variables stay stable. Unexpected visitors break that stability. And stability for some minds isn't comfort, it's regulation. This is also why many of these same people enjoy meeting friends elsewhere. Cafes, parks, quiet restaurants. Those spaces are neutral. They don't belong to the person emotionally. At home, the boundaries are different. Psychologists describe this as territorial comfort, the idea that certain spaces are deeply tied to identity, routine, and emotional recovery. When that space is entered without warning, the brain interprets it as an intrusion even if the person is welcome. That's why the discomfort feels immediate and irrational. It isn't personal, it's neurological. Unfortunately, this trait is often misunderstood. People are labeled as distant, unwelcoming, too private. But studies on introversion and sensory sensitivity consistently show that people who value solitude often form deep, stable relationships, not shallow ones. They simply need stronger boundaries around when and how social interaction happens. There's also another layer worth mentioning gently. For some people, unexpected visitors were stressful earlier in life. Maybe guests meant noise, or tension, or emotional pressure. Psychology doesn't say this always happens, only that past experiences can shape how the brain associates surprise with safety. So sometimes the reaction isn't about today at all. It's about learned protection, but here's the most important part. Wanting notice before a visit is not rejection, it's not selfish. And it doesn't mean you love people less, it means you understand how your mind works. Research on emotional boundaries shows that people who protect their recovery time tend to experience lower burnout and more consistent well-being over time. They aren't avoiding connection. They're preserving the energy needed for it. Loving people doesn't require unlimited access, and peace doesn't need to be justified. If you prefer a text before a knock, if you feel relief when guests leave, if you enjoy people more when you've had time to prepare, you're not broken. You're not cold, you're someone who knows that comfort isn't found in constant availability, it's found in balance. So tell me quietly, honestly, do you prefer meeting people elsewhere too, or does this feeling hit closest at home? If this resonated, you'll probably feel understood by the next video as well. Quiet minds usually do.